When Daniel Harper bought his first townhouse in the quiet, meticulously maintained community of Willow Creek Meadows, he believed he was stepping into the perfect place to rebuild his life. After losing his job the previous year and taking a sizable personal loan to stabilize himself, he wanted nothing more than a peaceful environment where he could focus on progress, healing, and financial recovery. Willow Creek Meadows seemed ideal. Tree-lined sidewalks, friendly neighbors, and homes so uniformly neat they looked like photographs from a real estate magazine. But perfection always comes at a price. And in Willow Creek Meadows, that price was the HOA. Daniel had heard stories about strict homeowner associations before, but he never realized how intrusive they could become until the day he received his first notice. Just 1 month after moving in, it was a simple envelope taped to his door with a red stamp reading, "Urgent, HOA violation notice." His heart sank. Inside, the letter stated, "Your front door paint does not match the approved community color. A fine of $250 has been added to your account. Please repaint within 7 days." Daniel stared at the letter in disbelief. The door wasn't even badly painted. It was a few shades darker than the approved Willow Creek tan. But at that moment, with his loan payments already overdue, even $250 felt like a knife to his chest. He called the HOA office instantly. "Good afternoon, Willow Creek HOA. This is Carol speaking." "Hi, yes, this is Daniel from Unit 14B. I just received a violation notice about my door color. Is there some sort of misunderstanding? The previous owner painted it." Carol interrupted, her tone sharp yet eerily polite. "Unfortunately, Mr. Harper, whether the previous owner painted it or not, you are now the property owner. The compliance responsibility is yours. But I just moved in. I'm already paying a high loan. I'm caught up financially right now. Is there any way the fine can be removed?" Silence. Then, "Mr. Harper, HOA regulations are not optional. If the fine is not paid by the due date, an additional late fee of $50 will be automatically added every week." The call ended before Daniel could say another word that night. Sitting at his kitchen table with his loan documents spread before him and the violation notice crumpled in his fist, he felt frustration rising like a tide. He couldn't afford more debt. He couldn't afford another fine. But what choice did he have? 3 days later, another envelope appeared, this time in bold letters, "Second notice, final warning." He hadn't even had the chance to repaint the door yet. This notice said, "You have failed to correct the violation. An additional $100 processing fee is now added. Total due, $350. He felt heat crawl up his neck. This wasn't just annoying. This felt predatory. The HOA wasn't a community organization. It was a machine designed to punish. Daniel decided to talk to his neighbor, Mrs. Alvarez, a gentle older woman who lived across the street. "Oh dear," she said, shaking her head as soon as Daniel showed her the letter. "Willow Creek Meadows HOA doesn't play. They fined my grandson $75 because he left his bike near the porch. They fined the family next door $400 over planting the wrong flowers. They even fined a couple $900 because their Christmas lights were too bright." Daniel blinked. "Why does no one fight back?" "Some tried," she whispered. "They lost." Daniel bought the community-approved paint, Willow Creek Tan #2, and repainted the door himself. He sent photos to the HOA. Carol replied with a single cold line, "Your repainting is acknowledged. Please remit the outstanding balance of $350 immediately." He gritted his teeth. But the loan pressure was building too. His bank notified him his payment was overdue. Late penalties were added. Stress mounted. Then the third HOA notice arrived. "Unauthorized exterior plant pot color. Fine, $150. He almost laughed. "My plant pot is the wrong color?" The document explained, "All outdoor pottery must be beige, sandstone, or off-white." His was blue. That was his crime. He emailed the HOA, explaining he was struggling financially. Carol replied, "Financial hardship does not exempt you from HOA obligations." Everything spiraled. HOA added another $50 late fee. Loan company added $75 penalty, HOA interest. 10% monthly. Legal processing fee, $120. Threat of a property lien. Daniel felt like he was suffocating. The breaking point came when he found a red notice taped to his door. Intent to lien. Total amount due, $1,465. Pay within 10 days or further legal action may be initiated. Daniel's vision blurred. His chest tightened. He felt defeated. But something changed. He gathered every document, every email, every fine. He contacted a legal aid group that specialized in HOA abuse. He learned many fees were inflated, some fines were illegal. The HOA had a history of similar complaints. He drafted a dispute letter with legal help. He bypassed Carol and sent everything directly to the HOA board. The board was shocked. They didn't know Carol was issuing aggressive fines behind their backs. They opened a full investigation. Within weeks, Carol was removed. Dozens of residents came forward. Fines were overturned. HOA policies were rewritten. Several refunds were issued. Daniel's entire balance was wiped. The HOA sent him a formal apology. Months later, he finally stabilized financially. He paid off his overdue loan. He reclaimed control of his life. Now, whenever he walks past his perfectly painted, HOA-approved door, he smiles. Not because he likes the color, but because he won a battle no one believed could be won. Sometimes one unfair fine is the spark that makes someone fight back, not just for themselves, but for the whole community.